Okay, good day to you all. I'm still your tutor Abiodun, and I want us to continue about the HTML we were discussing. Last class we talked about the installation of the Visual Studio Code that we'll be using to compute our codings and the likes. So when you install your Visual Studio Code, you should have an environment like this, which is what I've displayed earlier. You should have an environment like this. And we're going to be talking about basic things now. Before you can work on the Visual Studio Code as this, the first thing you need to go is to go to your folder. That is, you go to your desktop page rather. You can go to your desktop page, then you create a folder. Right click on your desktop page, then go to new, then you create a folder. You can name the folder after anything of your choice. Let's say I want to name it my HTML. Then I click on enter. So I have a folder. Now one basic instruction about VS Code and all of these codings is that you must have a folder. Everything you want to use must be in one folder. It must be in one folder. That is the easiest way to run through these codings without encountering issues when you start the main work. So everything, be it pictures, be it music, anything at all with which you want to use, they must all be in one folder. All of them must be in one folder. So that's the basic thing you need to understand. So when you come to your Visual Studio Code, then you go to your file. Go to your file, you scroll down, you will see open folder. When you click on open folder, now it will take you to your desktop page and it will determine which of the folders you want to open. So remember, I labeled it my HTML. Once I click on my HTML, I have selected the folder and the folder opens. You see the whole of the Visual Studio is now going to be working alongside that folder. Now you can see the first bar here. It's showing my HTML Visual Studio Code. So when it pops up, this is what you see on your screen. Yours might not be as much as this because I've actually updated most of my applications and most of my plugins and extensions. I've updated them. So another thing you can run through is if you have maybe you have some extensions that you want to install. Let me show you my extensions, the extensions that I have installed so far. Extensions. Let me show you my extensions, my installed extensions. These are my installed extensions that I have installed on my system, and these they are just normal themes. Yours might not be this color, so they are based on extensions I have installed. I just installed them. Some of them they are just autocomplete. So these are just basic things I just installed. So you just go there to the extensions and install basic themes that you want, basic extensions, the live server, the Python, rainbow tags, all of these things. They are just basic extensions. So you can take your time, go through these extensions that I have, npm, IntelliSense, and all of those things. So I just installed them. Some might be useful for you for now, some might not really be. Maybe when you get deeper into the learning, you would understand the reason why I have said all of these things. So you're going to go through all of this and you see that they are very easy for you to work with. I have done my extension, and from here now I just need to create a new page. I need to create a new page. All I just need to press is Ctrl N. Ctrl N will give me a new page, and you see it as Untitled 1. Untitled 1. I need you to take note of what I'm about to do properly. When you press Ctrl N, it will give you a new page. When you press Ctrl N, it will give you a new page, and you have Untitled 1. Then you save the page. Ctrl Shift and S. When you press Ctrl Shift and S, it will be saving. If you look at the link here, you see this PC, you see desktop, you see my HTML. It means that whatever thing I will save will be saved inside of my HTML. That is the folder I created, and you see it as Untitled 1. So I can save it as index. Whenever your first page of your web design, is literally called your index page. So that is the page that every other page will be built on, or that they will be linked with. So, and your save as type, take note, you need to click on your save as type and save it as HTML. You must always save it as HTML. Save as HTML. So this is what you do. Just go save as HTML. Sometimes they will tell you your file name, then you now put .html. You just say you must save as .html, and that is paramount. Whenever you're working with HTML, you must save as .html. Whenever you're working with CSS, you must save as .css. Whenever you're working with JavaScript, you must save as .js. So these are the basic things that is actually involved. Then when you save it, you see it change. So now it's on index.html. Index.html. So in our next video, we would be talking about tags. We'll be talking about tags, and that is where we're going to start from. See you in the next video.